starting group for Portland. Inside, we'll see Kamara and Klingon. Drew Holiday out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Grant in at the 3. And for the Grizzlies, G.G. Jackson is out there with Jalen Wells. Then there's Santi Aldama. Then it's Ty Jerome. And it's Coward in at the 2 spot. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
Now here's Wells. Back to Jerome. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Pass to Wells. Fires the 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Well, he just looks so confident right there, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
And you hope this early foul doesn't dissuade his aggressiveness.
Now Jerome. Pass to Coward. And here's Jackson. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's Memphis for the 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the 2-man game right there.
Now here's Grant. Against Chicago, he was really on his game. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Memphis has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Jerome passes to Aldama, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Now here's Grant. Offensively, he's been a force. He's putting up around 19 points a game. Pass to Jerome. Just over a minute and a half in. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Well, a new era in Portland, Grant. Young, raw, and still finding their place.
Yeah, B.A., they've committed to growing through reps and putting in the time. The victories are hard-won, but a foundation is being laid.
Here's Jerome, following the 3-point basket by Portland. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Jackson.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. Grant outside. Launches a 3. Here's Klingon, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Santi Aldama.
And the size of Klingon alone makes him a tough cover.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game now.
Shoot 2.
He's off on the first. Well, one thing's certain about Donovan Klingon. He is going to be a defensive menace for years to come, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., he is a 7'2" monster, and he casts a long shadow in the paint. And for his size, he has the agility to hold up better than most centers further out.
And one look at Donovan Klingon, and you see why scouts were excited about him. 7'2" with a great build. You can only imagine the intimidating presence he could become on the floor. He hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
And it's Holiday with the ball for Portland. It's a 10-point game. Grant outside. Five on the clock. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Yeah, Jeremy Grant can be very physical for a wing. I love when he goes inside with force.
Jackson surveying the D. Pass to Aldama. Here's Coward. Back to Wells. Jackson, the pass to Jerome. The three-pointer off the mark. Blazers trail by 8. Back to Kamara. Outside Holiday. Jacks up at 3. Memphis with a rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Yeah, the crowd noise can make it hard to execute your offense on the road, but they did a great job playing their game.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Grizzlies making their last shot. Holiday passes to Avdia. Back to Holiday. Outside Kamara. And here's Grant from the arc. The rebound by Jackson.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
The 3. That shot off the mark. Blazers trail by 10. Pass to Holiday. Outside Kamara. Portland moving it around. Outside Holiday. Three-pointer. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
I mean, you watch Holiday play this game. He just explodes off the screens. Very good in pick and roll.
Pass to Coward. Back to Jerome. And the layup is good off the glass.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Holiday against Jerome. Holiday passes to Grant. Stolen by Jackson. Now here's Aldama. Jerome outside. The 3. Avdia pulls it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Grant, the pass to Holiday. Outside Kamara. Back to Holiday. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Portland. Jerome with the ball. Hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Pass to Aldama. Jerome outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Blazers trail by 6. Here's Grant. Can't hit from in close.
Well, it's not only been a rough quarter for him, but he's actually had a negative impact on his team's overall performance.
Jerome drives in. 2 points. Tap and go. Jerome's got 6.
Perfect bounce pass leading to the basket. That's just great teamwork.
And here's Avdia. He's scoreless. Clinging with a screen. Back to Avdia. This one for 3. Second chance shot. Oh, nice shot by Klingon.
When you're facing a guy as massive as Klingon, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young.
And it's Coward missing. Blazers trail by 6. Pass to Holiday. Avdia outside. Back to Holiday. Let's go with a 3. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. He told me that they've got one of the league's best lockdown defenders in Drew Holiday, so it won't be easy for us tonight. Coach went on to say that against top-tier individual defender like Holiday, the most important thing is spreading the points around and having a diverse attack. BA?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. First one falls for him. And with the All-Star break just behind us, Grant, everyone should be well rested for every game.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you'd be surprised how quickly that rest evaporates. It's much needed, but it only gets you so far.
Murray's checked in for Klingon. Both free throws good for Jerome.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
Now here's Holiday. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. Five to shoot. Here's Kamara. And it's all from three-point range.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
To the wing, right side. Pass to Wells. And here's Jackson. Here's Jerome. Give him 8 points now. Fades back. Avdia pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside Murray. Now here's Avdia. He's covered by Jerome. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies. And how about we check the numbers for Donovan Klingon?
Over his last 10 games, his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better. He looks very confident from deep. There's no doubt he's got the green light to shoot from his coaching staff.
Memphis leading by 5. Pippen outside. Here's Hendricks. An 11-point game for him in the win against Dallas.
And he also contributed a couple blocks, too. Just a glimpse at the impact he had on defense.
Now here's Pippen. Here's Jerome. He drops it from range. Jerome's got 11.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Here's Avdia. No points so far. Outside Holiday. They set the screen. Takes the three. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis shooting at around 59%. Their offense is clicking right now. Now Jerome. 11 points in the game. Tries the spin move. Out to the right wing. Pippen outside. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Portland. Trailing by 8.
A physical guard who plays with no fear. Holiday doesn't get to the line as often as you think.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And clearly they have been using the three-point line to their advantage, looking for that shot early and often.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, one thing you got to love about Jrue Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
Holiday hits them both. Grizzlies lead by 6. Pippen with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And he also forced a number of turnovers, ending the night with 3 steals.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Avdia. No made baskets yet. Right side Holiday. Outside Murray. Pass to Avdia. Portland needs to get off a shot here. Got it.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
A minute 22 left to play in the first quarter. Legs, when you look at the maturation of Denny Avdia, just how good you think he can be.
Well, Brian, he is living up to being a top 10 pick. He has an all-around game, and more than anything, it's the force that he plays with. He is proving to be a real difference maker.
Here's Sissoko, averaging around 6 a game. Ball stolen. Pippen outside. Pass to Aldama. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Jerome feeling it out a bit. Offline with a 3.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And here's Avdia. Elbow shot. Aldama grabs the board.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Here's Jackson. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Memphis shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Second team foul. At the line for 1, Jackson.
And that one falls for Jackson. Henderson outside. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
First personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Portland shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Henderson at the line for 1.
One shot.
That's good from Henderson. Here's Spencer. Here's Pippen. And the 3-pointer goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 10. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Memphis ahead, up by 10. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And that's where their advantage is. Throw the ball inside, make it difficult for the defense to make some decisions.
On the court right now for Portland, we've got Murray, and it's Henderson in at the 1. Memphis leading by 10. And here's Pippen. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Sissoko, still without a bucket. Pass to Henderson. Yeah, nice finish on the layup.
Yeah, so much energy when Henderson is on the floor.
Grizzlies lead by 10. Pippen outside. Here's the pick. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter.
All right, that's 2 fouls, not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that third before the half.
So it's Portland now. It's a 10-point game. Krejci, chalk up 2 there. Krejci's got his first 2 points.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Pass to Spencer. Pippen outside. 6 to shoot. There's the drive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Scottie Pippen picks one up. Portland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good. He hits the second from the line. Memphis leading by 7. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Shot clock at 6. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. These are his first free throws of the game. So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
2 shots. Grizzlies timeout. It's bedtime, Grizzlies.
Both teams will make substitutions. And with some time here, let's see which teams have been terrors in transition over the last month of play. Memphis, 4th.
And lately, they've not only been forcing turnovers, but capitalizing on them on the other end, hustling hard to convert every time.
No good on the free throw. He does not get the second one. You know, I heard Steve Kerr talking about this concept, the ball and stick theory, Tim, that some guys just have natural hand-eye coordination and will excel at any sport. You agree with that?
Completely agree. Typically, we think of athletic ability involving speed or quickness or verticality, but I think that hand-eye is critical and counts just as much as those other traits.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Grizzlies last season retired the jersey number of the grind father, defensive ace Tony Allen, the player who coined the grit and grind motto that came to define the franchise in the 2010s. Allen was a perennial all-defense selection in Memphis, and his hard-nosed play set the tone. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Now here's Henderson. And he banks in the layup. Henderson's got 7 points.
And athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Outside, Anderson. Pass to Jerome. And there's a foul. It'll go on to Monty Kamara. That's his first foul.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Now here's Anderson. No points yet. Here's Hendricks. Kamara covering. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Rebounded by Kamara.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Henderson. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Pass to Coward. Now here's Wells. The 3 is up. And it's Coward missing. Grant, left side. Off the outside. Now Henderson. Just 5 to shoot. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
The execution has been better lately, but do they have enough energy to pull it off?
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
Now here's Jerome. 11 points in the game. It's Anderson on the wing. Outside Wells. From the arc. Sinks the tray. Wells has got 6 points.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Henderson, the pass to Graham. Jerome against Henderson. Sinks that one from the post. Henderson's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, boy, has he dialed in perfect from the field this period.
Tim, when you think of versatile utility forwards in this league, Jeremy Graham fits the mold.
Well, he came into the league as just a hustle player, Brian, but then he worked to enhance his skill level. He has been a quality player on both ends for over a decade.
Now here's Jerome. Over Henderson. Jerome, no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Henderson outside. Back to Kamara. Pass to Abdia. Henderson for 3. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Memphis leading by 5. Back to Jerome. Anderson with a screen on Henderson. Here's Hendricks. And here's Anderson. 3-pointer. Hendricks no good. Blazers trail by 5. Off the outside. Outside Murray. Oh, he tries a 3. Memphis with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier, and after this game wraps up, they're off to Indiana, where they'll face the Pacers. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
The Trailblazers have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Grizzlies with some changes. Aldama's checked in for Anderson, and it's Jackson in for Hendricks. Then for Portland, Klingon, he's checked in for Murray, and Holiday subbed in for Henderson. Now Holiday. 14 points for him. To the paint. Pass to Klingon. The shot from the low post is good. Klingon's got 5 now.
And that's the right decision when you've got a smaller man on you.
Jerome passes to Aldama. Jackson on the wing. Jerome outside. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. from behind the arc. And that's good. Jackson for three. He's got 13.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Down low. Here's Holiday. Up and in on the layup.
He's such a gritty player. Holiday fights for two there inside.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 6-point lead. Pass to Jackson. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
They had a lot of breaks go their way in that game, and hey, they cashed in when they could.
When you turn great defense into easy offense, you are going to put yourself in a great position.
Clingan with a screen. Shot clock at 3. And Drew Holiday gets a 3. And now just a 3-point Memphis lead.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Jerome passes to Aldama. Up top, Jackson. Mara covering. Back to Aldama. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Now here's Holiday. He's got 19. From outside the arc. And it's Coward with a rebound. Grizzlies lead by 5. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
There are some big-time players in this league. But who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big three, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But, of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
Blazers trail by 8. Pass to Graham. Outside Kamara. Now here's Avdia. Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. From the line. Cleared away by Wells. Memphis leading by 8. And here's Jerome. He's covered by Holiday. Jerome with the ball. He's got 11. Over to the wing. Wells, the pass to Jackson. Here's Jerome. Off target with the 3.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Now here's Kamara. Coming off a 16-point game against Chicago.
And he really hurt them at the free throw line.
Offensive rebound. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Denny Avdia.
Yeah, it's amazing to see him continue to get better. We weren't sure if he could raise his game any higher. Well, he has. And when a star player keeps getting better every year, it speaks to his desire and work ethic.
And he drops the first. Both shots good from the stripe. Memphis leading by 6. Up top, Aldama. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Pass to Coward. Here's Jerome. And and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Jerome's got 13 now.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And here's Abdia. And here's Grant from the arc. He's got it. Just 2 of 7 from the field, though.
And Jeremy Grant showing you that quick release right there.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. Here's Coward. And there's Memphis with another bucket. Blazers trail by 7. Holiday passes to Abdia. Back to Holiday. There's the triple. They get it back. Kamara, that's good.
Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
Jerome against Holiday. Pass to Jackson. It's Wells on the wing. Back to Jackson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Coward. Off the mark there with a 3. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Abdia. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Clinging with a screen. Here's Holiday going inside. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
The determination from Holiday shines through there. Refuses to give up on that shot.
This is his second trip to the line in the game.
Drew Holiday. 1 shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Jackson, left side. Outside Wells. Fires the 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in this one. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Memphis ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Memphis Grizzlies.
This is where your ball movement really helps you. Against this defense, you cannot afford to just be stagnant.
Kenny, that's a good game plan.
That's it, Shaq? That's your full analysis?
Okay, good game plan, Kenneth.
Okay, then. And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
This kind of performance, fans love to see. 2 players going after it one-on-one. I can't wait to see how the second half unfolds.
It's been a fun one to watch so far, Jet, that is for sure. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Drew Holiday.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
Blazers trail by 5. We've got Santi Aldama, Jackson out there with Jalen Wells. Then it's Ty Jerome, and it's Coward in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Here's Klingon, banked it in off the glass. Klingon's got 9.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
Pass to Coward. They set the pick. Now Jackson puts up a three. Portland with a rebound. Klingen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Holiday. Grant outside. Jerome grabs the miss. And Jerome has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Blazers trail by 5. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Here's Coward. Rebounded by Kamara. Kamara's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Holiday. Here's Klingen. He's got 9. Now Holiday. He's covered by Jerome. Outside Kamara. 3 on the clock. Portland, no good that time either.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
And legs, the impact of Toumani Kamara, a big reason the Blazers have been ahead of schedule.
Yeah, Brian, he is a classic example of a guy who doesn't need the ball to make a big impact on your team. He does all of the little things that help you win.
A coach's dream, making a name for himself now.
Leaves a lot of skin on the floor.
Look at how Grant attacks the interior, doing what it takes to get a high percentage shot.
Aldama outside. And the ball out of play. The Trailblazers will have it. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Portland Trailblazers. On Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And you know, for that matchup with the Rockets, no question they'll be amped for that one, eager to prove themselves against a tough opponent.
Klingen with a screen. Holiday from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. Holiday's got 25 points in the game.
Well, we know Holiday can do damage from outside the arc, which is why the defense has to be right up on him.
The 3 is up. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Holiday. For the lead. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's on Ty Jerome.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
This will be his 4th shot at the line here in this one.
At the line for 1.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Jerome finds Jackson to end the run. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
Now here's Klingen. 9 points in the game. And there's Holiday. That's good. On the assist by Klingen. And now a 6-point Trailblazer lead. And so Tuomas Isilo calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. All right, let's take a quick look at the rookie leaderboards and see which young players had the best block numbers last month. Donovan Klingen, number 1.
His defensive anticipation is just excellent. He changes as many shots as he swats.
Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Coward. Back to Jerome. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Jackson outside. Clock at 4. Back to Jerome. 4-3. Portland with a rebound. Kamara's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Aldama. And he converts the layup. Aldama's got 8.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Outside Kamara. Back to Holiday. Outside Kamara. Now here's Grant. He's covered by Wells. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Offensive board. Second chance effort. Avdia. Good. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Jerome against Holiday. Jerome outside. Outside Wells. The 3 ball. That shot off. Now Portland with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Grant finds Avdia. Pass to Klingon. It's intercepted. 3 on 3. Aldama, the pass to Jackson. Jerome outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 15.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Grant outside. Back to Holiday. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. And that's now 33 points for Drew Holiday.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Jerome passes to Jackson. Driving in. Aldama outside for 3. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one. Holiday surveying the floor. Launches it. There's a foul. It'll go on to Monty Kamara. That'll be a second foul of the game. Memphis making a switch here. Pippen's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Sissoko, he's checked in for Avdia. Now here's Pippen. 5 points in the game. Aldama outside. Pass to Jackson. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thank you, guys. Drew Holiday understands the big picture. He said, quote, basketball is a two-way sport. As much as you train offensively, you need to do the same thing defensively. Doing defensive slides, wall sits, things that help you with your legs and your base. I've done that since I was little. It helps. Brian?
An elite defender. Allie, thank you. Here's Sissoko. Grant outside. Lets it go from deep. Drops in the 3. Grant's got 10.
And that's his 2nd three-pointer tonight.
Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to Coward. Jackson outside. Up top, Aldama. Here's Coward. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Good work there as it goes.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Here's Sissoko. Out to the wing. Left side, Kamara. Pass to Sissoko. Outside, Holiday. 4 on the clock. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies on the run. There's the 3. Pure from three-point range. 12 points for him.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Grant. He's got 10. Back to Holiday. Outside Kamara. Fires for 3. Aldama grabs the board.
Well, he wanted to answer that 3 with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Pass to Wells for the lead. Portland with a rebound. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. It'll be game 3 of 6 on their current trip. Here's Sissoko. Three-pointer, Holiday. And it's Coward with a rebound.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide-open three.
Here's Wells. Knocks it down from distance. Wells has got 6 here in the quarter.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
Now Holiday. 33 points for him. Shot to stop the run, and the shot's good. Holiday's got 13 in the second half.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Here's Coward. 7 points in the game. And a miss there on the triple. Pass to Sissoko. Back to Grant. Portland moving it around. Here's Sissoko. Lays it up and banks it in. The Grizzlies have gotten 7 of 16 shots to go so far in the third quarter. Here's Coward. Pass to Jackson. Clingan with a defensive effort.
Just hasn't been his night so far, and if he's unable to find his rhythm, this might be a long night for them.
Outside Holiday. Back to Clingan. Shoots over Jackson. Oh, nice shot by Clingan. And now it's a 4-point Portland lead.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And so Tuomas Isalo calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. .136 left in the third. Up top, Anderson. Pass to Pippen. Back to Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 11. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Rebounded by Pippen. Memphis trailing here. 58 seconds left in the third. Pass to Jerome. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Abdia's got rebound number 7 tonight.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke. And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Now here's Jerome. He's got 15. That one drops for him. Jerome's got 17. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Trailblazers. 2-point game. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Takes the 3. That shot, no good. And so it's Drew Holiday making things happen for Portland, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter, 3 for the game. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Denny Avdia out there with Scoot Henderson. Then it's Murray, and it's Sissoko in at small forward. Pass to Pippen. Over Avdia. Pippen, no good.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Now Avdia. Spencer grabs the miss.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Now here's Anderson. And there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
And they are racking up the assist totals because they're moving the ball selflessly. You're seeing great chemistry out there.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Avdia. Pass to Henderson. And here's Murray. He shoots a three. Jerome grabs the miss. Jerome's got 4 rebounds now. Anderson passes to Jerome. Back to Anderson. Here's Pippen, defended by Avdia. Shot clock at 6. Jerome outside. And it goes straight through with a swish. Jerome's got 19 points.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Count that bucket.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Pippen outside. With the teardrop. Basket's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Henderson for 3. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Yeah, something Henderson is still working on, getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
Pippen outside. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Can't connect from 14. Murray passes to Avdia. Here's Pippen driving to the basket, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Pippen's got 4 points in the quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Memphis.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Well, one thing that has stood out to me, and it's been a major difference maker, is they're playing with great pace, getting out on the break every chance they get.
Good on the bucket.
And what a night for Scoot Henderson. I mean, he's been torching them. Scoot's physical gifts have been too much to handle.
And timeout is called by Tuomas Isalo. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Prosper's checked in for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Spencer. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Wesley comes in for Henderson. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message that the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. Coach had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, "Let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done." So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Prosper. Pippen outside. Jackson, the screen. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Avdia outside. Outside Murray. Fires the three. Grizzlies with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Prosper. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Klingon.
Nice job to go at the rack and force the foul.
Elbow. 2.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Prosper. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Portland making a switch here. Krejci's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Portland has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Klingon. Here's Sissoko from deep. Another shot. A nice shot by Klingon. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And Klingon just owns the middle.
And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Here's Krejci. Right wing. Jerome brings the double team. Back to Klingon. Avdia outside. Shot clock at 5. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Pippen. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And now a 3-point Memphis lead.
Looks like he's shooting with a lot more confidence here in the second half.
Pass to Klingon. Back to Avdia. Portland moving it around. Krejci fires, hitting the triple.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Jerome outside. Here's Hendricks. Jackson for 3. Avdia pulls it in.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second. Interior passing is so difficult if you aren't precise. They were right there. Nice work.
Here's Jerome, following the bucket by the Blazers. Pippen outside. Over Avdia. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Krejci. To the inside. And it's Murray finishing it off. Grizzlies trail by 4. Jerome outside. Jackson for 3. And it's Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Klingon with a screen. Avdia outside. 6 to shoot. Robbed. Here's Hendricks. Defended by Murray. Jerome with the ball. Will it go? Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Man, good whistle there.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Ty Jerome.
Take a break.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
And some changes here for Portland. Kamara, he's checked in for Murray. Grant comes in for Sissoko. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Krejci. He's perfect from the line this time. Portland leading. And here's Avdia. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Here's Coward. He takes it in, uses the glass on the layup.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
So it's Portland now, after the basket by Memphis on the other end. And the call will be against Jalen Wells. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Kamara. Up top, Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Holiday. Fires for 3. Hits the trifecta. Holiday's got 38 points.
And you can't let Holiday get lined up from anywhere on the arc, including in the corner.
Here's Coward, defended by Avdia. Jackson, pass to Jerome, and stolen by Holiday. Here's Avdia, rips down the breakaway slam.
They're one of the best defensive players in the game. Holiday's timing on steals is phenomenal.
Outside Wells. Pass to Jackson. Aldama, left side. Jerome on the wing, lets it fly. Rebounded by Kamara. Kamara's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Jerome against Holiday. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Jerome. Now Jackson. From 18 feet. Oh, it drops in.
Yeah, he goes to the fadeaway right there. I think he thought the defense was a little bit closer.
Outside Kamara. Outside Holiday. Jacks up a 3. It's off. Grizzlies trail by 5. Jackson down low. Defended by Avdia. Jackson left side. No good.
Well, if they've been saving one of their favorite plays, now is the time to use it.
Grant outside. A minute 53 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Banks it home. Big shot.
Yeah, Grant showing you great confidence inside and his ability to score at the rim.
Jackson outside.
Tomorrow, 3rd personal foul, 14 foul. At the line for 2, Jackson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that trims the lead to 6.
Well, that's the problem, playing catch-up at the end. Every point matters, but at least it wasn't an empty trip.
Grant. Yes, it's good! Memphis has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Here's Jackson. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup!
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
2 money. Come on. 4 personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for your Grizzlies, Jackson. Shooting 1.
Trailblazers lead by 5. Holiday. Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Terrific night for Holiday so far, and I have to pin it on his energy. He's given this game all he's got.
Here's Jackson. Shoots a 3. Both hands there for a little extra.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
And he showed you great timing as well. Offensive rebounding, one of his specialties.
41 seconds left in the final quarter. There's the drive. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Well, that's what you love about Grant. He wants the ball in the big spots.
And timeout is called by Tuomas Isalo. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They don't want to waste time here. If they can score fast enough, they can go back on D and try to get a stop instead of having to foul.
Here's Jackson. It's stolen by Holiday. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
And he commits the intentional foul.
3rd personal foul. 3rd team foul. Shooting for goal. Jeremy Grant. Taking 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he does get the second one. And that increases the lead to 6. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Now a timeout called by Memphis. 23 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
And it has to be a quick hitter. There is no time to waste.
Jackson with a screen on Holiday. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
And so they foul intentionally.
Jackson, second personal foul, 14th foul. At the line for the Trailblazers, Drew Holiday. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point is going to be futile. Too little, too late.
So the Trailblazers win it. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is